Yeah, um my platforming isn't that good. So expect to see some sloppy platforming. In this game at least. I've been playing Zero Mission Super Metroid, so it's what I have the most experience in. On a keyboard at least. I did play Fusion with. It was the only game I played without a keyboard. I mean, on a Game Boy Advance. Um, with those controls, but I had any practice with it, but the terminal told us to go over here. This is where our infected suit parts were. Our suits got infected, as well as Samus. In the opening cutscene, it was telling us that. I didn't show the opening cutscene, but this is also going to be sequence breaking. Well, I mean, this is also going to be a God, a speed playthrough. So it's like two things in one. It's like a speed run and a speed playthrough, but for the leaderboard, and a speed playthrough, but told us to go towards the data room. It just told us to go to on the map, and he's gonna brief us on the way for some reason. And Samus is just talking about how the computer reminds her of a well, the machine she's briefing with, that it reminds her of somebody she worked with. With the Federation before she quit and became a bounty hunter and did her stuff in Zero Mission and the original Metroid, but and onward after that. She did kind of help. I mean, she does help the Federation sometimes still with some stuff, but it's mostly later on that she does anything like that. But anyways, her suit was infected and by something on SR-388. Apparently they were on she was helping out the Federation again, and for some reason they needed to go there. Like, what that was about, I have no clue, but again, after the metroids, she destroyed the metroids on the same planet. In Metroid 2, why she would need to go back there, I don't know. But anyways, this happened, she got infected, and she has to they gave her a cure and stuff, and for some odd reason, this cure had something to do with the DNA of a Metroid, and not what they normally do with vaccines and stuff. How that makes sense, I don't know. I also get probably a few more energy tanks than some other people do. Probably do. I wasn't expecting for this run to be amazing. I just did it just to put up something. For this game. Apparently Sector 1 is where, I mean, the breeding in Sector 1, we had to go to Sector 1 to investigate that. And when I say breeding, I mean asexually, but and apparently our infected suit parts are walking around like it has a will. For some reason. We'll find out why a little while later it's doing that, but it's like another Samus walking around that's wanting to kill you. And the real Samus, without all of her equipment, with all her those suit parts, has all her abilities that she had. That you would typically think that she would have the plasma beam, all that, but yeah, I was a bit late on the Sector 1 split. In some places, I suppose it's okay, my platforming, but in some places it's not. So I guess it isn't too bad. I mean, Fusion really isn't that. There are so many runs for Fusion, yet it's not really that good of a game to speedrun. Like, what the heck? It's not very challenging either. Oh, hi. Wait, I just got knocked into that room by those enemies. The keyboard I'm using also kind of sucks. It could only handle 2 inputs at once, compared to the one I was using with Zero Mission, but I might be able to hook up a better keyboard to the laptop here, but I didn't really think about doing that whenever I did this. Just use a different keyboard than the keyboard that's already built in, but I also went into this without very much practice. I don't really play Fusion that much, so it's well, I haven't played it that much. I have done like some 80% runs once or twice, you know, not like Super Metroid or Zero Mission, but hardly anything. But I don't think I've even tried 100% before in my own time. I mean, I can't remember a time that I actually did it casually. I mean, got 100% casually, but it's more annoying to do 100% than some of the just based on some of the items that they have. How hard they made some of the items for you to get some of the items, but compared to the other games, but 80% is definitely a lot easier. 100% for this. I'll try doing 100% and it might look better, I don't know. Or about the same. I don't really know. But not right now. It's probably gonna be significantly harder for me to do one. I suppose it's hard for me to get any closer to the top times than what I have here, but because some of the glitches on 80% are some pretty annoying ones. The only ones that you can really do, and there's only like 1 or 2 of them, you know, that you can really do, but there's hardly anything you can do in Fusion compared to the other games. And the only things that you can do actually make somewhat of a difference. And Samus is just talking about what Adam, the person she used to work with the Galactic Federation, talking about what she used to say to her during briefings. I don't really know what the fuck the Galactic Federation really is in Metroid, whether they're like space cops or um, space soldiers, or like what the hell are they? A mixture between the two, you know? It's probably because of other M. Yeah, other M is an episode off of Cops. Yeah, no. Um, a TV show. Um, only a bunch of people die in it. And the computer is just now realizing that their Samus is infected suit parts are walking around like an idiot, just around the entire station, just blowing shit up for no reason at all. I mean, that's what it sounds like at first, but and tell Samus about it. Samus doesn't entirely know what that explosion was, or I mean, she didn't see it. She's going down the elevator whenever that was happening, but we know before they know because of the cutscene. Sector 2, and we just got bombs. Funny that our suit's able to download data through a computer that gives us abilities like that. You tank that damage. Obviously, there was a much faster thing I could have done there, but because I wasn't fast enough to do that faster thing, because I'm being well, I'm not paying as much attention as I should be for a run. Zero mission actually feels like a run. Especially the stuff like 80% hard, 9% normal and 9% easy are pretty annoying runs to do. Charge beam does more damage than a regular beam. I mean the regular missiles right now. Once we get some better missiles, they will pull ahead for a minute. Better type of missiles. But then when we get our first beam upgraded, it'll start pulling, becoming just about equal and then pulling ahead. Yeah, those purple enemies in Sector 1 you saw climbing up the walls, those are apparently space pirates, like I don't know how the X copied the space pirates, but they can copy other, well, how is space pirates even here? Like, what? And why are they purple? Like an other M too. Like why are they purple and other M? There is a much faster way to get through this SAX section, but I don't do it because he can two-shot me if I try it. And if he gets a shot off on me, he'll freeze me for a few seconds and then shoot me again. I have to be in the exact right position whenever he shoots me. Because of how small that area is, he's got to shoot me for me to do anything. And Samus just starts talking about the SAX here. As she's going up the elevator or thinking about it. Heading over here to Sector 4. He's basically telling us to terminate a creature that the Federation had on the ship for some strange reason. In case you don't know why we're here in this game at all, the Federation told us to go back here and clean up some of their work, pretty much. Sirius is capable of the creature that we are supposed to destroy here in Sector 4. It's capable of moving at ultra high speeds. They don't know if it's been infected by the X, but they want Samus to terminate it anyways. Just in case. And it has been. If it's not evident because of the bone from Sirius lying over there in that room. Further evidence, well, it turns into a Korax after after a certain amount of time, so. Starting to get a bit low on health there, to be honest. Not being able to shoot diagonally, just nah. I mean, I can shoot my beam diagonally, but I can't shoot missiles. If I do something in a certain way. I used to be able to shine spark here, I'm not sure. So you have to be in Morphball, you have to be crouching, I don't remember what the inputs were. I can aim diagonally down, but I can't shoot. Shooting is another button altogether. One button for firing, one button for aiming down. Oh, two buttons actually, two buttons for aiming down. I can aim up because that only requires two buttons. But one of the buttons I have to hold down in order for it to go down. There's not a button that doesn't just aim down altogether with one button like Super Metroid did, but I could have made that shine spark, I'm pretty sure. Telling us to go to Sector 3 to download data. If you wonder why there isn't one in Sector 4, there is a 1, 2, and 3. 3. We had to unlock hatches in level 1. I mean, level 1. In Sector 2, the blue hatches. Now we have to unlock the green ones. The gray ones, the machine was able to unlock by itself for some reason. I did that shine spark. Yeah, I was exactly one off. think I died here once in my attempts because I was really low on health and I wasn't paying attention to my health. But I'm like an idiot, but I did say it's been a minute since I played this. I mean, if I'm doing something like 100% easy for zero mission, I'm not gonna die to that. I'll reset, but I'm not gonna die. Also, I had one energy tank less. 2 energy tanks. I've made it farther without those energy tanks, so and I might have been able to do it without those energy tanks. Using the ones that I did in this run, but which would shave off like a couple of minutes, but no big deal. The place I'm gonna get with this one, but a side effect of the vaccine, because apparently metroids are weak to cold, is that we are now weak to cold. So we can't go to Sector 5, that's what it was just telling us, because it's cold. So they're having, he's having us go to Sector 6. But we know that there's a data room in Sector 5, and there's one in Sector 6. Why is it the only one? Why does Sector 4 not have a data room? And it looks like they're up to something. Somehow the Sector X from Sector 5 got to Sector 6 somehow, and they've been changed by the cold somehow, and then they have, because we're weak to cold, we have to avoid them because we'll be damaged by them. It's weird how heat damaged us before, and how cold damages us all of a sudden. Cold. I mean, if things that are really hot damages us, wouldn't it make sense for things that are really cold to be able to damage us? Like, in the first place, like, why is this something new? Now are we even less able to be able... Now is something really... Something that's not that as cold as it was before, able to damage us now, like... So we're... So is something like 40, 50 degrees enough for us to get hurt? Is that that's what I'm basically saying there? Unlike before. I mean, the suit's that way with heat. Why wasn't it that way with cold? In the first place, like, what? When you like go to Phendrana Drifts in Metroid Prime, I mean, you're not weak to that. You already had the various suit too then. Which this item gives you or whatever, and the strange how the X stole the various suit data from a machine after destroying it. and became a much bigger core X for some reason, where Samus just, that's for some odd reason can be hit by charge shots but not super missiles. But not Samus. Samus just has a color change. I shouldn't have been trying to do this. I mean, I was kind of stupid for that. For trying this. I feel like I should be able to wall jump there, but I'm not sure why. Because I took too long, I gotta deal with these bugs here. Yeah. The green ones, I should also mention, give you missiles. I'm pretty sure you, just by watching this, you already know that by now. And the yellow ones give you health. Red ones are like give you more health than the ice ones do now, a lot more, and then they give you missiles, a bunch of missiles back as well. But it's not a completely full heal based on how many energy tanks are in the game, but for a little while it seems like a full heal. I mean, like say if we went over there into Antarctica without any like very very warm clothing or whatever, you know, wouldn't we be frozen? We did that. Isn't that how cold like Vendrana Drifts is? You know. I mean, Samus is still hurt by very hot areas, so what's the difference between cold? Like, I don't know. Gotta get another item, as usual. Seems like we're once every area, at least. It doesn't seem like Sam is cold out the fact that Sector 4 doesn't have a data room, and every other one does. Samus didn't seem to question that. Apparently she didn't suspect anything, and she's really that dumb, you know. I don't blame her, because I didn't notice that either the first time I seen this. You might be able to, you should be able to tell that, you know, but and then later I'm like, you know what? Samus didn't call that out, like, what? Yeah, this room was really slow. It would help if I could shoot diagonally. missiles diagonally. Now we have an ice effect to our missiles. This is like the first time that Metroid series has ever done this, and it's one of two that the ice missile is in. Basically just a freezing effect, and we're able to use that. And they also mentioned that you might not be able to use the ice beam. Because it's cold, and yet we're able to use the ice missiles. And they give it to us, like, no. The various suit also makes us immune to cold as well now, for some reason. That's why we're able to go to Sector 5, if you didn't understand that. Didn't know that. I'm pretty sure it says something about that on the text if you're reading it, but I'm trying to make it where you don't have to read it though, so I guess I'm not doing a very good job. And oh no, we got an alarm going off for some reason. What? The main boiler room could explode. What? Ah, shoot. So basically we gotta go over there to where the main boiler room is and fix it before the countdown gets to 0. Whenever everything explodes, but I don't know why I decided to do that. I'm an idiot. As you can see, I really need some missiles. I really need some missiles. Well, super missiles now, but... And I wanted to do this a certain way, but it wouldn't let me. So I did the way I normally do it. I really didn't need to come over here and get the energy tank. Really didn't. Just a waste of time, to be honest. Got some extra missiles, though. Still a waste of time. And because I did this slow, that's even slower, even more of a waste of time. Already lost a minute. About a minute and 30 seconds, I'd say. Finally got a new beam upgrade, the wide beam. I don't know, I got confused on where I was for some reason, like... Two minutes with those two together. Of course, there are other things that I probably wasted time with, but two of the biggest things right there. And the animals were mysteriously on this ship. Q X-Files. Had to go back to this data room again. Mysterious shadow. And we got power bombs. Power bombs work weird in this game. If you get power bombs early, they will... Before you actually get out the data room, you won't have power bombs. It's just... But they get added on after you get the power bombs for real. It's weird. I think you need to use power bombs for this. I really didn't need to get that power bomb tank, but yeah. That stuff always seems to happen in that room for some odd reason with this run. What the crap? Want me to go all the way back to my ship just to tell me something? What? Why not just tell me it now? Like... Did I do something bad? And for some odd reason the elevator messes up. Boss battle? Ridley, you're still alive? Oh, okay, what? X got to him. Might be seeing him later then. Not now. Apparently the creatures from Zebes on their way to Samus's ship and and they pretty much call it their home, pretty much, I guess you could say. I remember this boss giving me so much trouble whenever I first fought it. And now it's really not that big of a deal for me. What's like but my sphere of spiders? And the boss is a spider. Why doesn't it sting you? And just shoot instead of just shooting shit out of its mouth. It probably would kill Samus. I don't know. Or do a lot more damage than what it's doing. Maybe it's just one of the well, it can still bite though, I mean, I guess, if it's not poisonous. It's yet to happen to me. If ever. And if it does, well... probably hate him even more after that if I make it, if I get it the thing for it. Our power is off, so we have to figure out what's wrong with it, and the computer thinks it's something that's blocking the I guess you could say an electric current from getting through, if it's electrical. But something keeping whatever the power from working, basically. But if that screw attack hit me, that probably would have killed me. And yes, I probably have died to that at least once. I wanted to shine spark, but if I wasn't careful there, I might have died to those Wasps. I still hate wasps. It's normally the ones that sting you that I have a problem with. Which I suppose would make sense, but no. And we find ourselves fighting a plant that apparently is shooting plasma beams out of its destroyed head and its a weird area that yeah. Could be two things. He seems surprised that the plasma beam has been restored, and then something else has started going on in Sector 5. He just randomly is tearing the shit out of the sector. And he sends us after it. And as you might have guessed, we have to defeat whatever is causing a ruckus. suppose this room here didn't go too bad. That's, whatever that is, almost got us. Why space pirates are evolving into weird, mysterious fish, I have no clue. And this is the origin of the nightmare boss fights. Don't know what we're shooting at, but it apparently has the ability to manipulate gravity, so you can guess what it's going to give you if you... Well, I guess you don't have to have played Metroid to know what it's going to give you. It has something to do with gravity, but... Kinda know. Yeah, I was way early on that. While you were sitting there shooting super missiles at a wall, which you would have needed to laid a bomb or a power bomb, I finished the game before you. Hey Doc, you better be careful. You don't have enough room to get up to 88. Literally. Dog, dog, do you see the size of that chicken? I don't know, I'm just being crazy. And apparently there was a there just so happens to be at 1 Sector 4 and that they were lying to us. And they were hiding the diffusion missiles from us. It's not a very good item, but I mean, I can get in there with this weird trick, but I don't think it does very much to charge your missiles up. It's still the exact same power. I don't know much about the diffusion missiles. It's only a game it's in. A game that not very many people care about.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning.
And this machine is so happy. Beam in this game probably more overpowered than Super Metroids, but supposedly. Metroid.
Warning, no entry without authorization. 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 Warning, no
This is what was being hidden. It's like they've been doing some experimenting on Metroids.
fire alert. This sector will soon be locked down. 60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
Just basically a plot dump about the experimenting. And there's actually 10 of them. 10 SAXs. Gotta kill him like that. I think he can with power bombs, maybe. And I not just do what I did back there. It's the best method. You can. And here's our fight. Honestly, one of the easier weekly fights. Not as easy as Nero missions. That mission expansion I did. Now the Federation are planning to come and deal with the station themselves, thinking they're all that. I mean, they really don't have the technology that Pursuit has, so supposedly. To actually lock this in. The machine started to act like Adam and let Samus go. As if his soul was inside the machine. He supposedly died like something another him. I mean, he died a different way than what fans had originally. A lot of fans thought he originally died. can't remember what, within what, where it was in, where it was saying how he died. I don't know. Died of Ridley, I thought, in that version, or something like that, but I don't know. Unlike what it was in Other M, but this is just basically a Shadow Link fight. A shadow fight of what you were. And he turns into a weird creature for some reason. I don't know why the developers decided to do that.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination.
The machine basically told us after Samus was wanting to go over there and destroy the space station to launch it toward SR-388, where all the X-parasites originated from, so. A lot better of a solution. What Samus had in mind. Something happened here. Ship's gone. And there's some Mega Metroid. Why? SAS came to... Seems like he's saving him. That's weird, but... Now we have a Mega Metroid fight. Mysteriously flies in.
60 seconds to impact.
I don't know why the creatures were messing around with the ship, but maybe it's because of the Mega Metroid, maybe. figured out a way to pilot Samus's ship. Weird.